So I feel like I just messed up somebody's day today. And I feel bad about it. I really do. I do not feel good about it. It was not my intention to mess up that lady day. And at first I was like calling back up there to get her name because she hung up on me. You know what I'm saying? She put me on mute, and I know that, girl, please stop it. She put me on mute, and I know that representatives cannot hang up on you. Okay? She put me on mute, and I'm like, girl, and I'm talking to her while she on mute, like, because she just did it unprofessionally. She didn't even tell me she was putting me on mute. She didn't tell me she was putting me on hold. She didn't say she was going to transfer me to another representative, nothing. But at the end of the day, I was upset. I was frustrated. She was confusing me with the numbers. I'm giving her the numbers that I have. She has the numbers. She got different numbers in her system. And she's telling me, I don't know why they sent you this, but this is actually the correct number. And then, so I'm going off of the number she told me to go off of. Then she told me to switch back to the number that I was going off of. So it was confusing. So I was already frustrated calling in. And then I got even more frustrated because she was confusing me, right? However, I cannot control no one else but myself. And so my tone is increasingly getting more and more aggressive. Granted, yes, she was in the wrong. However, I should have been able to control my emotions in that moment in order to speak to her in a more calm tone, right? In order to actually get the results that I was wanting to get. You're not going to get nothing by talking to people like that. You know what I'm saying? My husband said this to me all the time, like, you can't talk to people like that. No matter how justified you are, no matter how right you are, you cannot talk to people like that. And so I guess I saw what happens when you talk to people like that. When you talk to people super aggressively, regardless if you are right or not, you cannot talk to people like that because you will not yield the results that you want. Now you got to wait on hold for another representative, and these honestly look like they skipping over my phone call because I've been on hold for forever. They probably put a note in there like difficult customer, which, I mean, anyways, at first I was calling back to like get my just due back. Like, I'm gonna get her name, I'm gonna report her, she was rude, da 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 da. But now, after just analyzing and saying like, man, I might have messed up her day, unintentionally messed up her day, regardless if I'm right or not. Now I want to call back and get her name to apologize. Like, hey, I know that you have different numbers in your system than what I have reflected on my statement. It is not my fault, nor it is your fault. You know what I'm saying? We could have worked through this better, and you were confusing me. Like, I could have just talked to her in a better tone. At the end of the day, you want to talk nice to people. You get what I'm saying? And I messed up this. I could have potentially messed up her day. I don't know what and that's my thing about it. It's like, ever since my mother passed away, I literally been saying to myself, Shanita, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people are going through, so you need to be gentle. Handle people in a very gentle manner. And I didn't handle her gently, regardless if she was wrong, regardless if she was confusing me. I should have just handled her better. I should have calmed myself down and been more in control of my own emotions in order to, Mom, you want to be on display? I don't know. I feel like, okay. But yeah, because my mama would have did that. I promise you, my mama she wouldn't have talked crazy. Like, well, she did spaz out on people every once in a while, but she would have been able to dial herself back and say, ma'am, I understand that the numbers that you have is not the same number that I have. And right now you're confusing me. Like, I just wish I could have been more in control of my emotions and not potentially ruined that woman's day. Even if I didn't ruin her day, maybe she bounced back from it, right? I still got her so upset to the point where she wanted to put me on mute and not want to deal with me anymore. You know what I'm saying? And so I do want to call back and get her name just to apologize for my tone. However, I don't want to do the business with her because she did confuse me. So I do want to go forward with another representative that can actually help me solve my problem. But I don't want that woman to go on about her day carrying that energy, because I hate just being the reason why she may have that energy. If she still got the energy, she might have hung up on me and felt better. Like, whew, I don't got to deal with her no more. You know what I'm saying? But if she is carrying that energy, that doesn't feel right in my spirit. It doesn't sit right with me that I potentially gave her that energy to carry. And so, I'm just letting myself flow with this YouTube channel. And so I just came over here to give that. And another thing that really just made me just like, wow, man, I want to call back and apologize, is because I heard Tabitha Brown voice in my head when she said, y'all go ahead and have a good day. And even if you're not having a good day, don't you dare go mess up nobody else's day. And so I'm already frustrated because the people messed up on my window on my car. And then I'm frustrated because they sending me the wrong amounts on my billing statement for my insurance. And I know they're trying to get over and stuff like that. So I'm already upset. I was already frustrated. And then by her confusing me, it further infuriated me. Like I said, I wasn't yelling at her, didn't call her name or anything like that. But it was my tone that was just like, oh no, baby, this is just my job. Okay? Baby, this is just my job. You're not about to talk to me like that. And I totally get it. I just feel bad. So, if you're watching this, do like what Tabitha Brown always, take that good advice that Tabitha Brown gives us. If you're not having a good day, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's day. Okay? Regardless if it was intentional or not. Once you recognize where you went wrong, you need to take accountability for your actions and make things right if you can. If you can't make it right, maybe just stay out to the woman. You can apologize to her energetically. I send this apology to you, to the representative that I talked to with a lot of aggression in my voice. I apologize for making you feel, for upsetting you to the point where you didn't even want to deal with me. I hope that your day is not heavily influenced by my aggressive energy. I hope that you go about your day and have a wonderful day. And I apologize for the way in which I talk to you. You know what I'm saying? You were confusing me. However, you didn't deserve to be talked to like that. Nobody deserves to be talked to. But I said, what? I'm talking to her like this. I said, so which one is it? Which one do you want me to go by, ma'am? I said, ma'am, you told me that this time I'm talking to her. When I could have said, ma'am, you're confusing me. Which numbers do you want me to go by? Do you want me to go by the numbers that are on my statement? Or do you want me to go by the numbers that are in your system? We all have to take accountability, regardless if we are justified in doing what we're doing or not. At the end of the day, we should know how to control our emotions and not cause somebody else to feel bad. And so just even in that apology, I send that to you energetically. I send that to that woman energetically. I apologize. And like I said, I'm going to do my due diligence to call back. Because if I was going to do my due diligence to call back and say, hey, and put in a complaint, I can do my due diligence to call back and get her number and say, hey, I just want to apologize. Here's a tip for her in the future in dealing with customers. And also, I want to offer an apology, for upsetting her to the point where she didn't even want to deal with me anymore. And so, yeah, even when you are justified, don't you dare mess up somebody's energy. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so self-righteous that you can't even see the error of your own ways. And I'm not super self-righteous. Yes, she was confusing me. However, she did not deserve to be talked to like that. And so that's all I got to say. Love y'all. Even when you are right, you can still be wrong. And you never know what somebody's going through. So just be gentle.